Greetings, my dear beautiful ladies. It's me, your tarot reader, Angelica. Today I have a tarot reading for you for May 2025. The readings on the channel Tarot and Life are general. This means it is not a personal reading for each of you, but a reading for all representatives of the Virgo Zodiac sign. Well, let's get started. So, the month of May. The third month of spring, and after it comes summer. Let's see what exactly May will bring you. So we are looking at the three most important events of May 2025. The first important event, the second, and the third important one. Wow, 2 cards have been drawn, so we will see what will happen in terms of important events. Next, we will look at another deck to see what awaits you in your professional activities in May 2025. Let's also see what your income will be in May. And another deck, which I hope will work for you with pleasure today. And with this deck, we will see what awaits you in your personal life in May 2025. We will also look at what awaits you in terms of health, more precisely, what you should pay attention to regarding health. And advice from the cards for you for May 2025. So I will adjust everything now so that the cards are better arranged here. Let's begin. So the first important event is the major arcana Judgment. The second important event, here we already have 2 major arcana, and the third important event for you. So now, dear Virgos, this is how we will proceed. So the third important event here is the Fool and the 6 of Wands. Well, I want to tell you that a very, very interesting month awaits you. So let's start from the very beginning. Let's start with the card Judgment, also known as the Last Judgment. This card indicates that incredible changes await you. But which specific area of life these changes will affect, we will look at later when we open professional activities, personal life, finances, health. But for now, I will just say briefly, the changes here will be radical, but rest assured this is for your benefit, first of all. And secondly, these are positive changes. And in court, this might be a situation where you have to make an important decision, or there will be a decisive conversation that will clarify everything. This could be some important news coming to you, and this important news might reveal, for example, a secret that the high priestess is hiding. Or it's just some important news that you've been waiting for a long time. Maybe you sent some documents somewhere, or are waiting for a letter. Well, most likely you will receive it in May. The card also indicates that May is the month when you need to draw certain conclusions, because some opportunities will be opening up for you. And having drawn conclusions, you will start making plans for the future and focus on your new ambitions, on your new beginnings. This card also suggests that a reward awaits you, but the reward here is more likely based on merit, as it is, after all, a judgment. That is, if you, for example, strive to succeed in your professional activities, if you have worked very well, worked a lot, and diligently, then you might expect a promotion here. If, for instance, you have been setting up a business, and the business has been gradually developing, then again, you can expect a reward based on merit. That is, the business will start to develop well. Also, in terms of legal matters, it is more likely to be a situation where you can resolve any problems. If there were any dead-end situations, you will find a way out of them. If you were wandering in the labyrinths of problems, you will solve them. In short, in essence, it's as if your life will be completely renewed. Yeah, and also some of your important and influential decisions will play a crucial role in this. And overall, it can be said that your life seems to be reaching a new, let's say, more qualitative or higher level in the grand scheme of things. It's like a new stage in your life, where there is a rebirth of yourself, or some important situation in your life, through renewal, through liberation from the old. That's precisely why I say that you will be drawing some conclusions. Perhaps here the conclusions are, for example, that you want to leave your job and start your own business. You are drawing conclusions and finishing up, and you already clearly understand what you want in business. Maybe, on the contrary, it's about drawing conclusions to understand that you deserve more and to find a better job. Or it's about drawing conclusions, for example, you are retiring and you are planning what you will do in retirement. Perhaps it will be some work related to sharing your experience, or you might organize something of your own again, or you will monetize your talents, knowledge, and skills, or you will engage in some of your favorite activities. Also, this card indicates that issues concerning your family, your lineage, and your relatives will be very relevant for you. There can be intergenerational contacts here. When you are resolving certain issues, your assistance to your relatives may be involved, resulting in their issues being resolved thanks to your help. Let's look further. The High Priestess appears here, and the High Priestess is a card that indicates there is some kind of secret. This secret, as a rule, will concern you more. But since there is a card here that speaks about your relatives, your assistance to your relatives, and contacts, this secret may also concern your relatives. As a result, in May, this situation with this secret, possibly with some intrigues or some confidential information, will most likely come to light and be revealed to you. And again, this may concern a situation of yours in which you are trying to figure things out, or trying to resolve this situation, or to obtain some new, news or information to understand what is happening. Or it may concern your family, your relative. Therefore, the Priestess, in terms of important events, indicates that you will be striving to solve some mystery, some secret. You will strive to uncover what is hidden from you. By the way, your intuition will work very well under the influence of the Priestess. Intuition will literally guide you, helping you out of some labyrinths, or possibly labyrinths of secrets. And you will also be very good at reading information from the informational field. Then again, your intuition will assist you in this. But the Priestess does not always indicate that the secret is revealed. You might encounter some kind of secret again. And this secret may concern either you or your relatives. In this case, it is a situation or circumstances where there is no certainty, no clarity. And again, there is some intrigue, some secrets. And then, according to the Priestess, you will remain in ignorance for some time. But the good thing about the Priestess is that typically the secret is revealed within a month. Therefore, it is quite likely that you will have the opportunity to realize or uncover something secret to you. And as a result of this revealed secret or some confidential information, you will again successfully take some actions to change your life or alter a situation in your life. It might also manifest as a meeting with a wise woman, like a tarot reader, who will clarify some unclear situations in your life and provide you with a consultation. It could also simply be a meeting with a wise, let's say, mature woman who has certain experience. Additionally, this could be a month when you will be intensely studying something, or you will enroll in a course. In that case, it is more likely to be knowledge that is not accessible to everyone. And this knowledge will be very important for you. That is, once again, it's such a deep immersion into some knowledge accessible to select individuals. Well, and the third important event, here is the Fool card. Here it is labeled as Dreamer, but in general, the second card is the Fool. Well, let's go with Dreamer. Again, dreams are something new. The Fool, the second, is also about new beginnings. It's when we dream about something and then certainly bring it to fruition. Pay attention. Indeed, judging by these events that have come up here, I would say this. An important event for you, the main central, let's say, theme of this month, is some hidden information. A secret that will either be revealed to you in May 2025, or you will encounter it. I think that it will indeed be revealed here. Why? Because by resolving this situation, uncovering this secret, finding a way out of some unclear situation, you will, let's say, restart your life. A process of rebirth, renewal will occur. That is, you will let go of something old and start something new. And perhaps here you will let go of people who betray you or plot intrigues behind your back, which you are unaware of. It might affect, for example, your work or some other relationships. But what I want to say is this. You will initiate a process of important radical changes, even irreversible ones according to the judgment, but favorable for you. And it's as if you will start everything anew. You will begin with a clean slate. 2. Powerful cards indicate that there is a renewal happening in your life. Moreover, pay attention with the Six of Wands from any complex, unclear, tangled, or secret situation. You will emerge victorious. Here is the Six of Wands. That is, after going through a period of some kind of, let's say, trial, because the Six of Wands is considered the card of victors, triumphant ones, and triumphs of victory come as a result of certain trials, tense periods, when we resolve certain issues, tasks, when we achieve something. So you will do everything in the best possible way, and triumph awaits you, a well-deserved victory awaits you. Some secrets, intrigues, they will be revealed. You will have new hopes, new beginnings, new dreams, and you will restart your life, and there will be a new stage in your life. You will emerge victorious. According to the Six of Wands, public recognition and social approval await you, and if this concerns, for example, work, then most likely there will be some new positions, new opportunities, and possibly you might even find a new job or something like that. So once again, what does this mean? Judgment says merits, yes, you will be rewarded according to your merits. The Six of Wands indicates that you will receive results according to your merits. But since the Six of Wands is still a very favorable card, it is a card of success. This means there will be success, there will be recognition, there will be, again, good news, messages, victories, and resolution of your problems. So everything in terms of events is wonderful. Let's now see how these events will play out and in which area they will manifest more. In terms of professional activity, the Six of Swords, and in finances, the Queen of Wands. By the way, I want to show you that at the bottom of the deck, there's another Queen of Wands. And these two Queens of Wands indicate that the energy of these two cards will be most prominent in May 2025 for you. Look at this queen. This means becoming such a queen, charismatic and self-assured. And since the queen is specifically in the financial position here, I think this card's energy will be most prominently expressed by you in terms of finances. Well, let's look in more detail. By the way, before we go into more detail, I want to show you the bottom of the deck, which also plays a part in the spread. Here at the bottom of the deck is the Moon card. Both the Priestess and Beiponch and the Moon indicate that there are indeed some situations in your life, either already present now in April when I'm recording this spread, or they will emerge in May, which you will be dealing with. The Moon, though, is more of an indication that someone is weaving intrigues behind your back. Someone wishes to do something very unpleasant to you, set you up, push you out of the group, or do something nasty. In general, there is indeed opposition here. Therefore, try to pay close attention now to the people around you, to what is happening in your life and what is happening behind your back. What snippets of conversation, for example, do you hear? Listen and observe according to the Moon. Again, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Moon according to the Moon. See yourself as silent, secretive, mysterious. Observe and do not take any active actions. And trust no one, absolutely no one, neither the Priestess nor the Moon. Intuition is working. It's excellent, both according to the Moon and the Priestess. So trust exclusively in your intuition. According to the Six of Swords in work, it can again play out in such a way that this mystery, these intrigues, will specifically affect work. Why? Because the Six of Swords speaks of tension. So, you will definitely be looking for a way out of a certain tension-filled zone that will develop at your work. There might again be some gossip, some setups, something that will not please you at all. However, this card not only serves as a warning that there will be some tension and you will be looking for a way out of this tension, it indicates that this way out will be found, or you will resolve some important situation because there is a card of winners here. You will resolve it, and you will emerge with dignity from a possibly difficult or tense period concerning your professional activities. Also take note that the Six of Swords can manifest not only as tension. This is a card of the road, the path. And at the bottom of the deck, you have another card indicating some kind of trip, a business trip, a journey. So according to the Knight of Wands, you are likely to have some kind of trip in May. This may not only manifest as a trip, but also, for example, as you moving to a new job, relocating to another city or country, again for a new job. Again, you are letting go of something old. Remember, I mentioned that according to the Judgment card, these are changes, renewals, letting go of the old, freeing yourself from the old. Perhaps you are dissatisfied with your job. You will find something better, and you will switch to another job in May, and again you will consider yourself a winner. According to the Dreamer, the Fool, you will have a new stage in your life, a new opportunity that will open up. Perhaps you have long dreamed of finding a specific job, or finally getting a position at a certain place. Most likely in May there will be some good changes and transformations for you here. Also, for some of you, and why do I say for some? Because you need to understand, this is a reading for all representatives of the Virgo zodiac sign. And this means that for some it may play out as a transition, for others as intrigues you will encounter, and for some it might manifest as a business trip, for example. Well, for some, the Six of Swords might represent scientific research. This card also pertains to scientific research. It can indicate that there will be a lot of intellectual work. You will be working a lot with information, gathering, processing, analyzing, and transmitting data. So for some, this might be related to scientific work, perhaps a trip or a business trip for work, or maybe you are writing a scientific paper and will travel somewhere to present it, speak at a conference, or something similar. This card can also indicate that you will be searching for yourself in something unknown, in what you desire, changes, and these changes will come to you. And since this is also the card of the Dreamer, or the Fool if we are talking about the traditional deck, here the author specifically points out that it is the Dreamer. So if we talk about the Dreamer, the Six of Swords indicates that you are developing new goals, and not only goals but also the means to achieve them, which is of course wonderful. Well, and for whom is the business? Here, the Six of Swords will play out in that you will most likely, once again, abandon an unprofitable business, if it is indeed unprofitable, of course, and take active steps, active measures to either shift the business onto new tracks, either close one or open another, or if, for example, there is a business, but it has stalled somewhere, you will take some action in this regard. In any case, the Six of Swords in the future indicates that better times await you. But the Judgment card also tells you this, and the Six of Wands says the same. However, in order to finally achieve or reach these better times, you will need to invest both expenses and effort. And so May, it seems, will be the month when you will exert effort to resolve some important situations regarding your professional activities and to realize your potential by, as best as possible, achieving victories and successes. And as for the Queen of Wands, this card is favorable for financial matters, and it indicates that you have a good income, good earnings. There might not be any bonuses, but the earnings are quite adequately sufficient and good in the current situation. Moreover, the Queen of Wands is very enterprising. And in this case, the card indicates that you have valuable professional qualities, such as your energy, assertiveness, ingenuity, self-confidence, charisma, and magnetism, which you will use to earn money, to earn well, and to realize yourself in the professional field. So there is nothing to worry about in terms of money here. No upheavals are foreseen for you. But now let's see what awaits you in May in your personal life. Here, everything is splendid for you. Ace of Wands. This is a card of the fire element. The fire element always ignites, inspires, makes one fall in love, acts actively, and achieves everything. Therefore, when it comes to personal life and relationships, you can consider that you have a huge, massive, magical wand in your hands, and you can create anything you want with this. Well, magical wand. Also, this card indicates that in your personal life, you will gain energy, enthusiasm, and inspiration. And all this is happening for a reason. This means that something is beginning in your personal life or is actively developing in your relationships. And if you are in a relationship, then there is, of course, a very bright, very passionate love. This is a card when there is a lot of burning interest in each other. This card is very sexual, very powerful, and it indicates that love here will, sparkle like fireworks. If I may say so, there will be a lot of initiative, a lot of passion, a lot of desire, and of course many interesting events that occur under the influence of the wands. This is a card of energy and enthusiasm. There's passion, also some interesting and vivid impressions. Perhaps you will go somewhere in the near future, or perhaps you will just spend time in a very exciting way, very actively in your city, or maybe you will do sports together with your friends or family, or you might go on a hike or even something like that, or go on a trip together, a spontaneous adventure. Remember that here at the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands, which can manifest not only as a business trip, but also as a trip with your significant other to somewhere special. In any case, there is a lot of interesting, bright and pleasant things for both of you here. For those who are not in a couple, this card plays out very interestingly here. It can indicate that you will have new acquaintances forming, new, very bright, passionate, and engaging relationships. And again, in these relationships, there will be a lot of sexual and passionate attraction to each other. By the way, for those who are in a couple, I forgot to mention, this card can also indicate conception. That is, news of pregnancy might also manifest for someone. Here, I just want to add one thing, my dear ones. Someone asked me in the comments, saying that you talk about news of pregnancy, conception, and so on, but it doesn't come true for everyone. I will repeat again, the reading is for all representatives of the Virgo zodiac sign. It cannot manifest for everyone. Unfortunately, it cannot. If I were a magician, I would make everyone happy, so to speak, fulfill, and my own cherished wishes of each person. But alas, I only interpret the cards, and what comes from the card, I say it. And with the Ace of Wands, there is such a meaning as conception. That's what I say. Whether it manifests for you, or it might manifest for you later, or not at all, that depends on each specific case. For some it happens, for others it happens after some time, and for some it requires treatment, doctor consultations, and so on for it to happen. So everyone has their own situation. Well, to examine the situation, personal readings exist for that. This is not an advertisement for personal readings. It's an explanation of why it resonates for some people. The reading resonates very strongly with what I'm saying, for example, but for others it doesn't. So you are that person, that bright individuality who requires a personal reading. Well, in terms of relationships, dear Virgos, everything is passionate, wonderful, and remarkable for you here. Next, let's see what awaits you in terms of health. Here, the Wheel of Fortune. And as a rule with this card, it's quite good health when you feel well. But at the same time, it is still a wheel. And a wheel means cyclicality. And that means there might be something happening here, like ups and downs. Mood swings may occur frequently, or there might be significantly elevated levels of productivity, then low. This can manifest for many here, for some individuals. Also take note, in May there is active blooming. So according to the Wheel of Fortune, this might manifest if you suffer from allergies, like seasonal allergies. So be attentive to your health. Now let's look at the advice for you for May 2025. And here we have the Two of Pentacles. Well, it can be said that yes, indeed, there will be some situation that will require you to be balanced, to keep everything in balance, and to manage a lot. Yes, indeed, in May there will be something, let's say, inexplicable, unclear, mysterious. However, the Two of Pentacles is the card that indicates that you will handle everything, and quite easily without worrying about it, and everything will work out for you. And the advice of this card is to live playfully. And the Two of Pentacles precisely suggests that you shouldn't take things too seriously. On the contrary, whatever happens, whether it's mysteries, intrigues, some problems, or anything else, firstly, you already know that all of this will be resolved, and it will be resolved exclusively in your favor, and you will emerge victorious from any problems or situations. Secondly, the Two of Pentacles suggests that you should always try to notice the bright side of everything that happens. If, for example, intrigues are being woven behind your back, it means you are ahead. If, for instance, something happens that causes you to change jobs, it means that the job ahead of you is the one that will allow you to unlock your potential. And here is another piece of advice from the Two of Pentacles. Live wisely, live each day. I'm not saying live for the day, live each day. And it is precisely wisdom that you will need. And for wisdom, you will also need intuition, as indicated by the High Priestess. So trust your intuition, rely on your wisdom, and live this month of May playfully. And also, I will add here that in some very difficult situations, maintain balance. Try different options for resolving these situations and believe that you will succeed. Because as I already said, you will be winners. This is the forecast for you, dear Virgos, for May 2025. By the way, pay attention to this forecast. If you haven't watched it yet, be sure to do so. And of course, I thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel Terra and Life. I will be very glad to have you. Here, each of you will find a forecast for the soul. We will see each other tomorrow, as always. Where? Well, of course, on the channel Terra and Life. Come by, I am always glad to see you. And if you liked my video, don't forget to give it a like. I would be especially grateful to you. Well, until tomorrow, with love and hope in the heart for goodness and peace. Your tarot reader, Kanjalika, hugging you and goodbye.